human beings, welcome to another amazing episode of the Morning Vibe.
Yeah.
I'm your host Kim Firmuga and I'm here with the beautiful
Kaneda
and the older man,
Michael.
How are you guys doing? How was your weekend? How was your weekend?
Oh, I was at my friend's place.
Doing the dirty.
No, hell no.
She was doing the dirty.
No, we were chilling by day. It was a very... Yeah, it was a nice time. We were catching up.
Okay, good. And yours?
Mine was good. I decided to go back to fitness. I think I over fitness myself. So I decided, okay, my mother decided that we should go for a 10K walk. And it's a speed walk. So we live in Springbank. So we decided we're going to Village Market. Then you come down by the bypass.
Wow.
That's not distance.
It's a 10K, my friend, 10K. But my mom didn't look up into the sky and beg Mother Nature to bless us with just, some ease of a sunset. So she said, oh no, we're walking against the cloud because the cloud will be moving to, South Seas. No offense, but yeah, they're going that direction.
Is that like that thing when you have a piece of paper?
Yeah, and then you're trying to figure, yeah, so she said, let's just go. So as we're going, that, I don't know what that road is, the one before you get to, like, you're turning up to go to Village Market. That hill, that one.
Yeah. Jesus decided how.
What happened? You collapsed.
And on that corner where the water goes down that way towards the river?
Yeah.
That was not nice. Anyway, so we got rained on.
Oh.
Then we got under our sheds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then we waited for a little bit.
Hence the bun.
Hence the bun, because we're not about to.
Oh.
Yeah.
She sounds like it's about to rain. We're actually at Reba. Shout out to Reba. Marula man.
Oh, wow.
No, but shout out to Reba. Reba's been great partners on this. Always make sure that we eat well, we drink well, and we are happy.
Oh, how was your weekend? You didn't tell us.
Actually, been very boring. I've been very boring, guys.
No,
lately. I had to Anti-Obviate, sure. We had a plan. And then she did.
You have Anti-Obviate, MISS.
And let's move into our first topic of today. I shall not neither deny or accept that. Now, it's the past couple of weeks have just been...
I told you March of 2020 is just the same as March of 2021.
We didn't have 2020. We just had 2019, 2021.
So we're still in March, basically.
So
the whole of March is just been...
March is just done.
So, Winnie Mokami. So okay, let's start with Winnie Mokami first. For those that don't know, Winnie Mokami, also I think you are very young. You're probably a child.
I did my kids.
Did you even watch MTV? Did you even watch MTV?
Yes, I did. Before we, Omoka and then...
Oh wow, I was watching MTV now. Because yesterday I see this child.
Listen, no, we still watch MTV News at 9 p.m. every night.
Well,
yes. But I'm talking about before that, prior to, on the weekends, there was a time when we did.
Do you even remember the beat?
Of course I remember the beat. Are you insane?
Now, as you guys just...
Sorry, going back to it, for those that don't know who Winnie Mokami is, she was a news anchor on NTV. She resigned and then also she had started her own PR company actually. And sadly she passed away from COVID-19. It's quite a list, of people who passed away from COVID-19 the past this month, just this month, like you said. It's crazy. Because you have the president of Tanzania, supposedly did not pass away from COVID-19. Supposedly.
Yeah, but we don't know. I won't even speculate.
We don't know.
Yeah.
We won't speculate. However, it's so funny that the new president has been wearing a mask all of a sudden.
It's a Trump thing, huh?
It's a whole Trump thing.
Yeah.
It's a whole Trump thing.
They said something about this year. As much as all of us thought that, it's time to open, party, remove the curfew. Last year, COVID was just numbers.
This is names.
Yeah.
Then it became.
Hey.
We're not going to edit.
We're not even editing down. It became. That's what happens when you get out of school for too long.
It became people of people that you know, right? And then it became names of people in your circle. Not only just getting it, but also passing on, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's nothing new about this year. They said March is cancelled
Man,
for me.
March is a terrible month.
It's birthday.
Because
It's a hard
last
month.
year, yeah, it's terrible. Last year, March 13th, Friday, March 13th. That's when I cut my leg up. My leg went through a glass table. March 13th, I will never forget.
Was it March just?
That's the day. That's the day they locked. Yeah,
Yeah, you can't. Like,
have some water.
Wasn't it the same day that we got our first COVID?
yeah.
Because I remember that on the 12th.
So
Yes,
then
because
13th is when I think they started.
yes, because I remember I flew into the country on the 12th. And then people thought I was the one
You
who
brought it.
brought the COVID because I came from Spain. And then guys were like, so I had to do like a whole thing on Instagram and be like, guys.
Are you serious?
Yes, because guys knew I came home because I wasn't running away from COVID, by the way, just saying.
She was running.
No,
She was.
we were having spring break. So spring break was between now from the 11th all the way to the 24th. So I was coming home because I was like, it's cheaper to come here than go to like Amsterdam or wherever rich kids were going.
Rich people problems.
Listen, I came home because I said, my budget is for the clubs here, right? The clubs here. And then when I got home, because I guys were like, oh, yeah, welcome back, whatever. And the same night that I got
They
home,
closed everything.
they were like, there's a woman who came in, blah, blah, blah. So guys were like, I'm Kaneda. Because they knew by then Spain already started getting, and Italy started
Just by
getting
that
their
time, yeah.
numbers. Yeah. So they're like, I was like, no, it's not, no. Social
That's-
distancing,
Yeah, no,
But it's unfortunate.
It's been sad. And then actually, so now we will go into a more sad news. I know, I'm sorry.
It's a dull day.
It's a dull day. Like, well,
We need to compliment.
we don't, okay. Also because we just wanted to like shout out to everyone, because everyone like this. It's been, that's what I'm saying. The past few weeks have just been
Crazy.
mad. So Christian Longoba, guys, this guy fought a fight. He fought
Yes,
a
okay.
good fight. Like he'd been having it for quite a number of years, even before they went to the States, actually.
No, he didn't know. They actually
Yeah, he
found
didn't.
out in 2014. or
20,
15.
yeah.
2015, I think.
Yeah, so Christopher Longoba had a brain tumor,
Yeah, it was.
and he had really fought it. Like he had really
Yeah.
good fight. Even performed like he performed. Supposedly, who was it that put up a post about him performing? Nonini. I think Nonini put up a post about him performing, saying how he went to see him and went to be performing in the States or something like that. I can't remember where exactly it was. And he said something like he couldn't recognize Nonini, like Chris couldn't recognize Nonini. But then I was asking me, are you still going to be able to perform? And it's like, don't worry. And the moment he got onto that stage, he killed it, man.
That's the most weird thing, because even the brother said after the surgery, because apparently that tumor was like a super duper tumor because it grew so fast from the back of the head to the frontal lobe, right? So according to the brother, the bro's like, one of the things that he remembered was music.
So that's only
Music
wow.
was getting him into that. Although he was saying that some of the songs, like, I'm going to do this song. Like, yeah, he did this song. But he had recorded a lot of music.
Yeah. Supposedly they want to release actually some of his music,
Yeah.
kind of this, yeah.
Even short videos.
Oh wow, that's like, and then his twin brothers are pastor or
First of all,
prophet.
he's a prophet.
Yeah, that's where the money is at.
A very fine prophet indeed. But anyway. I think I love that after so many years, Kenyans still recognize their music together. Because I remember there's so many radio stations and music channels that decided they're gonna do a whole tribute towards him, and also to help the new kids of this generation
Understand. Pay homage.
people grew up with.
Pay homage.
I grew
You grew what?
You knew what was going to ask.
Yeah.
Do you know the
I did. First of all, no, my first ever concert, ever. I was 5 years old. And Safaricom was doing this, they did, because Safaricom always used to have a link with Ogopa DJs. So they used to do a whole big concert in Carnival. Me at my 5 years of age, I went to see Issa perform. So Issa and all those guys.
Beats of the season one.
Those were before, so it was a Safaricom concert back then, but they said to get all those guys. Yes. So my mom.
That was what, 2003.
Yeah, that was way before. Yeah, about 2003.
2003, I was in college. God damn.
Right. Anyway, I did watch them perform, and it was so much fun because I got to be like, you know that barrier before the stage.
Yeah.
And then because it was me and my cousin who were like, yeah, hi.
Yeah, of course.
We were allowed to be there, and I remember there were so many other teenagers who had sneaked in, who were wondering how that are like the kids who were at the front there dancing to Nodini and Kleptomania and so on. Was like, my mom.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because I'll say it off camera. I'll tell you.
I don't know why this is killing me. Especially actually said he was in college.
No.
Oh, you in college?
Yeah, I was.
I thought you want to calculate your.
No, I wasn't.
Oh my god.
You were in what? Primary, high school?
I'm not even going to do this. I'm really not because it's really dead. Okay, let's move into something. Oh my god, I don't know why this has killed me. Anyway, let's move on to the next. Excuse me.
Are you okay?
I don't know why your facial expression has really killed
Are
me.
you okay?
We just
Wow,
talked
guys.
about
Wow. First of all, out of y'all three, I've been tested the most, and I actually have more results. Like I just got recently tested, so I'm good.
I don't know. You're never a good student. I don't think you passed that too. Either.
Moving on. Next.
So, actually, I'm going to speak about Henry DeSago, right? This is
I love that.
it's a
guy.
comedian.
I love that.
So supposedly he plagiarized. What did he plagiarize? There's a post that he posted up on his socials, and it was basically this new chick. I keep forgetting her name. What's her name? The lady who became such
Mini Chaps.
Mini Chaps, yes, like Mini Chaps, who became really blown up on her pictures. Actually, we'll show you some pictures of her here.
Oh, they're interesting.
They're really cool. She does a really
Very
good job.
interesting, yeah.
She does a really good job. So supposedly someone did a version for Henry DeSago, right? Is that how you say his name first?
Yeah.
I guess.
He's from Wehoko.
Ateko.
What?
What are
I
those?
like this one. I think it's very funny.
So suppose the guys are now hating on him because, oh my god, you copied Mini Chaps social. This is not exactly what you're trying to be
A
like
concept.
a concept. So me have a question, guys. Is it plagiarism? I don't think it's plagiarism.
On social media?
Yeah.
No.
No, I don't think so because you know what happened to him? It's someone who tagged him.
Yeah.
He didn't even make it.
Or he didn't even make it.
Yeah.
Still, even me.
Nothing.
But
no.
he was gracious enough to literally apologize to the chick.
Wow, that's nice.
That's nice, but
But
how
it's
does
not-
like
it's
what?
not-
As
it's
in
not
just
needed.
because it's like saying just because you wore fine, I get it, the concept is yours.
Yeah.
Right? I understand that. Easy. Well done, we'll give it to you. But also she got the concept from somewhere else.
She must have.
She must have. She didn't come
There's
up.
nothing
I've
new.
seen that concept before. Like this is like there's no fresh idea. It's how you'd use it. It's
Yeah.
like sampling with music.
Yeah. To be honest, for me, social media, there's nothing like plagiarism.
And for-
Because even for the photos I take on Instagram,
Yeah.
I've saved 1,000 of all different chicks from whatever other groups, and I want to replicate, but I never
Exactly.
do. But I
Yeah.
take a concept or I take a certain way that she does certain things
But you know,
and do it.
no, the thing is, it's not Mini Chaps who complained.
It was
It's her fans.
It's people. I don't know if it's
But
a
it's-
fun, but it's
but it's-
people.
Why can't we just mind our business?
No, people don't like that.
How? Then what will people talk about?
Yeah, we love
What
it.
will people be entertained by? Then we'll actually have to agree that we live in a very messed up country where our fuels are 122 bob. We can't go to, like, as in we can't, as in that's what I'm telling
You
you.
see that? I think it's called who? This guy normally does a lot of memes.
The
And
mini.
that's my friend's brother. And
Wow, you're watching this. Hey, see your friend.
No,
He's not your friend.
He's not your friend.
Okay, forget. But he goes to the petit, fulfill, and then he pays the
Oh, a title deed. Yes, I saw that. Oh my god, he pays the title deed.
I keep forgetting.
Yeah, that's where we are, guys. So I get it. You know, we need things to distract us
We
from.
talk
Guys
about
are bored.
it.
No, we're not bored.
No, guys are bored.
Guys
no,
are bored. Guys
they're
are
not
bored.
bored. Guys
If you have something to do, you need to be worried about. Oh, you
First of all,
stole.
if
blah, blah,
I ever
blah.
saw you or anybody or someone who's stolen your concept, right, I'll come and tell you you're fine. But if it's
Yeah.
someone I do not know and I'm just a fan of, if I was busy, first of all, I wouldn't even see it. Second of all, if I was busy and not bored, I wouldn't even bring it
You all
up.
spend too much time.
Anyway,
on
but don't
social media.
they say what is this? Is flattery? Copying is what?
Oh yeah, imitation is a
Imitation
form of
is
flattery.
Yeah, so you know, big up to you. You know, we're gonna jump into international news now. And of course, we're gonna start off with.
Chambin and Chamba. That's
We're
how
gonna,
people talk.
we're gonna start off with the Queen herself, Beyonce, winning, I don't know how many, 28 Grammys. 28
Man,
Grammys.
that's a lot. That's a lot. And there are guys out there who will never even win half of
And
it.
she had like what, 53, 54 nominations?
Yeah, she's got like a bunch of nominations.
That's crazy.
But that's even the bigger news.
What's
Blue
the big-
Ivy.
Yeah, she won a first one. Yeah.
And how old is she?
But that's a contribution Grammy. Okay,
It doesn't matter.
Listen. You know, actually, let me tell you something funny, right? So I was actually having this discussion with my 11-year-old brother. Because he was like, yo, how does Blue Ivy have a Grammy at her age? Because they're about the same age, right? And I was like, yo, you know, like, so he was like, on what song? And I was like, Brown Skin Girl. And I was like, wait, but all she says is just sing at the end. With that, and that is like a recording of her singing at the end. I was like, yeah, well, it says Beyonce featuring Blue Ivy.
Yeah.
So of course she obviously.
Yeah.
Then he was like, that's very lazy.
No, it's not.
And I was like, well, I hear what. Like, here's the thing. It's coming from an 11-year-old who he's been brought up to be told that you have to work for everything that you do.
Yeah.
I get it. So he was like, so even me can get. So if Kago gets a Grammy and I just say, oh my God, it's Kago Mungai on a song, I get a Grammy.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. So he was like, but isn't that a bit lazy? And I was like, no. I see where you're coming from. It makes sense.
But it's also recognition. I mean,
It is recognition.
Okay, my thing is this. Okay, having studied even the
Yes,
the
a
Grammys
pro.
and the situations, I'm gonna speak as a pro, right?
where you specs. We don't believe you. You need to be talking about this.
The imaginary, okay, don't just put them there. Right, so now the Grammys have always been considered as very, I don't know, okay, let's say a couple of years before. Grammys were all the things that guys used to want to win. All musicians like, Grammy, if I do this, Grammy. The funny thing is, I always say is that one, Africans will never be considered as outside of our global and our international Grammy, unless we move there and then we become them. That's one which may I have a problem with. Because, like, for example, shout out to Burna Boy, Wizkid, also people who won Grammys. Their Grammys were under global, international.
Yeah.
But why couldn't it just be under Best Album? Why couldn't it be under Best Music Video? It's such a weird situation where they'll categorize Africans and Asians together, or some Europeans that do not just go around, their type of music. That's one. Then when it comes to contribution Grammys, you know they're different colors.
What do you mean?
So there's your level of contribution. There's other times where you will not get that golden Grammy. You will get a blue one or a green one.
What?
Now, one of my lecturers won a Grammy in 2004 or something like that for sound engineering, a rock album that won Album of the Year in 2004. His Grammy is not yellow or gold or whatever you call
Give
it.
it a stone.
It's a blue Grammy.
What does Blue Grammy mean?
That's the thing. We don't understand. It's like about the level of contribution, because he did not win a Grammy for best music producer or best engineer. It's a certain level of criteria. For me, I can understand what your brother meant by she just said a couple of words at the end and now she has a Grammy. For the same way even like South Soul has a Grammy now because of contribution.
Yeah.
Well, then Soul
But
has
so very.
yeah.
No, very that.
Yeah, but for people in music who have really been pushing to try and get a Grammy, it will never be just your own. Because under there, it will be for contribution of this Burna Boy, whatever.
Yeah.
It will never be your own. So even for hers, I'm pretty sure hers written Beyonce, big capitals, mother, for this, whatever contribution, Blue Ivy.
Maybe you guys are not aware of this. Even Jay-Z got a Grammy. Then you're gonna ask how.
Oh yeah, he did.
He
Yes.
did?
Savage. He co-wrote Savage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he basically has.
So for me, what I would tell people, and that's what some artists also look at, even some of the people that I was with in school, they look at the closest person they can produce for who's gonna win a Grammy. So if I produce for Megan Thee Stallion next year, I don't care if I'm winning that gold
Oh yeah.
Grammy.
It's
Yeah,
us.
but if I engineer her song, I'm getting that blue Grammy. I'm not gonna be
But
okay with it.
the kicker is the person with the most Grammys, of course, not alive, has 31. And the funniest thing, this is more of a composer as opposed to
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So even that. Another funny thing is we never see if you watch the Grammys. Well, Burna Boy's feature was never there, but it was there in the after one, the fully one recorded. The classical composers and the ones who do classical music and blah blah blah. We never saw them receiving their thing, but it was there. But not in the video that was broadcast.
No one cares.
Because no one gives a damn.
No one cares.
Note, they're the ones who are acclaimed even more in the music society for what they do, because the hard work that gets into those compositions. For example, like Hans Zimmer, if you guys don't know, like Comparative Caribbean, he's the work that they put into them, other than, no offense, but like Megan Thee Stallion's producer is very different. But the problem is, like, we never see that side being uplifted.
Wow.
And those are the guys who have
It's like, wait,
more.
did Hans Zimmer make a sound for what car? He was actually commissioned to make a sound of how a like a special car. I can't remember. I think it was a Mercedes or something like that. And for everything from how the door closes, that sound, how the car goes on, how the engine sounds. He was part of all of that.
Yeah.
And he was paid probably like a bunch.
A lot more than even the producer.
I think that's some serious talent for you to be able to compose a song.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm the talent, if I'm the artist, and you bring for me all these things, all I need to do is deliver.
Yeah.
I mean, the people in the actually it's like that. The people in the background do the most.
Yeah. And that's why for me, before, because I used to be like, oh, I can't wait to win a Grammy. But at the end of the day, we all sat down and we thought about it. We were like, the people who put the most work do not get the recognition.
But they do.
In
terms of getting the awards, that's a recognition.
Yeah.
But now the problem is, I think also the people who are most talented in creating, the ones who compose this type of stuff, they're very introverted.
Yeah.
They don't like that limelight, you know, they don't.
It's like film. It's like also in the film industry, how like animators just started getting into the other day. Voiceovers also was just started to get the other day. There's quite a number of, when it comes to creative, because we're all used to the people we see on the front of the camera. Shout out to Tim on the back, you know, doing it good, doing it good.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you, bro.
Some of you, but thanks.
Yeah, others are just violent. Story for that day. But
that was wrong, man.
Very, very wrong. We shall get to this.
I'm looking at you in a very different way.
Yeah, but then
different light altogether.
Kaneda.
You know I love it.
Anyway, let's move on.
Kaneda. Anyway, actually, speaking of which, actually, I want to jump next to the You spoke about Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B and the whole WAP performance. I think. Do you need a moment? Do you need a
Something that
remix?
you'd like to tell us.
Fire.
Do you need that remix?
No, man.
You're good.
I'm good with Vaseline cooling. Anyway, so
Yeah, so guys were giving these guys slack for their performance on the Grammys, right?
Yeah, they got
the
the
Grammys,
backlash
the
for
backlash for it for that performance. So I'll let you, it's very, very raunchy.
no.
I watched it.
And I'm saying no.
You don't think it's raunchy?
No. Here's the thing, huh? People always it's like this kind of anger, you know, towards things that are so petty, because them performing, because they're performers, they're literally acting out, right?
Right.
Because even Shakira and J-Lo, yeah, they got backlash for whatever they're doing, right? It's so stupid to me that you sit down, send complaints to the FCC, and talk about how could you let, was it on CBS or what? How could you let these people perform like that? You are responsible for what your kids see.
That's what it is. It's called a PG.
You know,
Yeah.
so you are responsible for letting your kids watch whatever is on telly, right? So don't blame the people behind.
I agree.
You know?
Yeah.
I agree, especially because like it actually even what's the name? Cardi B released a statement saying that it had a PG rating, which means parental guidance, and it was after 10 p.m. But then, so funny thing, so guys brought out a video of Cardi listen like on her phone listening to on a live listening to WAP. And then her kid came in,
and she
paused
paused
it, and the guys were like, "Oh, how comes you're not letting your kids?" So it's like, listen,
Right.
I'm choosing to not let my child do this. So me, when I'm on screen, and if your child is there, that's on
That's
you.
on you, man. raise your kids, you know.
Yeah.
For me, I did like the performance. First of all, Post Malone was like going crazy. You guys need to watch the performance anyway. But I think the thing that people are forgetting, first of all, the Grammys was so cut off from black people doing whatever black people do.
Yeah.
Way back, maybe even 5 years ago, Cardi could not do that on stage.
Yeah.
Whatever they wanted for their performance, one, the Grammys watched it, their rehearsal prior to airing it, which means they were like, love it, done, good, we're doing this, build the stage, whatever, let it roll. Now, for other people out there who are not with the times and what's going on in, music, society, whatever, if you have a problem with whatever is being aired, switch off the TV.
Yes. You know, it's like at times people literally go on the net and look for stuff because some of it you can't just find. You have to look for it and then go ahead and complain about it. Like, you could stop and do something else.
Yeah.
You don't need to.
You don't need to.
You don't need to look for me. But I find it very, very critical that, you're talking about the performance. There are things that have been on telly that are worse of Spartacus, whatever, all those funny shit. Why don't you complain to the SEC about that,
Yeah.
I
agree. Like like you said, so we live in a very double standards life where we want everything to be given to us and in our own way, in our own.
Yeah.
So I want life to give me this meal or this drink just exactly how
the way I want it.
Yeah. And I don't know how I want it though, by the way. Remember,
But I want it
that way.
Oh yeah.
I want it that way.
No, it's buffoonery, but
It really
so
is. So we're going to jump into the next topic, and we're going to talk about Quavo.
and sweetie.
And sweetie. Sip tea. Do you want to jump on this? I feel like you've got a lot to say.
Do you love sweetie?
Okay.
So what's that name? Where they properly sweetie or
sweetie.
Sweetie, when they
It's
pronounce
like
it, they go like sweetie. But it's
like
sweetie.
Sawiti.
Is it like even I was like sawiti?
Sweet,
right?
yes.
Sweet.
Okay, for me, first of all, I loved them together. I don't know why. I felt like as much as socials, people can be just doing it for the gram, but whatever they were doing, I liked it because it looked like they were so open with each other. Because even others, when they were dinner with their friends and their friends actually filming both of them together, it was a very open. She could be herself, he could be himself.
Yeah.
But then when I found out this news that you're gonna talk about, I was like, why am I shocked? All the Migos from Takeoff to Offset to him, if they're all they're brothers in whatever they do. If Offset was doing the same thing, how is Quavo not gonna do the same thing? That was my thought when I got,
So basically what happened was that supposedly Quavo cheated on Sweetie. Supposedly.
Multiple times.
And actually this is going to be a good segue for another topic later. But here's the thing, but then he did a whole tweet saying how he didn't expect her to react in a certain way. I think he was upset about how she reacted.
He was upset that she spoke about it on Twitter because she wrote, "I'm single, full stop." I don't remember the rest of the thingy, but I'll basically say what I wrote. She was not going to take any more of the hurt for how she's taken it for so long and now she's done. And when she wrote that, now Quavo was like, "Oh wow, so you gonna tell the world that I'm a dog? I never expected this from you."
No, that I can relate to that. I feel it because it's so stupid. If you and I are having
a personal relationship,
right?
It's between us.
It's between us.
Whether I dogged or not, that's fine.
And I'm sure she probably did that before she told him we're through. So you find out on social media yo bro, what's going on? That can be very hurtful.
Anyway, just let us know, if you guys feel like them breaking up was a bad or good.
Well, she left with a car, millions, and Birkin bags. Now she's smart.
Okay.
I'm
That's a debate for another day.
Actually, I'm gonna segue this conversation right into our topic of the day. So, right, where I don't know if I should be saying this topic.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Well, we've been in relationships, all of us, at least one or twice. I don't know whether we are currently in relationships. That's one here, neither there. Now, Let's just say.
Don't bring broke
No,
people again.
no, we're not bringing broke people into this relationship. Let's just say, would you, in a relationship, allow a third person into it? So for you, actually, we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna play it a bit. Yeah. Actually,
I hope you're not attacking me again.
No, we're not attacking you. No, we're not attacking. Let's actually put a blanket. Would you let a third person into the relationship?
No.
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 Male or female? Yeah.
First of all, there's no question about male. That's out.
That's
So
out.
female. Would I allow another female into
Your
my
relationship?
relationship? No.
Okay. You?
It's like is it called a
Throuple.
Throuple.
Yeah, a throuple.
Ew, even that.
That's a what?
sounds-
Yeah, it's a
It's a
throuple.
throuple.
It sounds like some
Sounds-
STI.
Exactly. Yeah, I got the throuple.
He got a throuple from a threesome.
Anyway, would you have
No,
No.
male or female?
none. First, I'm one of those people. If I'm in a relationship, it's one person and one person only.
Mm-hmm.
That's one. Then the same time now it becomes to that's for it becomes to the guy, right?
Yeah.
Now if it's for the girl, I am also very territorial when it comes to my relationship. So what do you mean? Yeah. What do you mean? What's that?
No, I mean, yeah, because if we switch it up, if there was another guy, I'd be very territorial. So I understand.
I think I'd be okay with another babe. I don't think I'll be okay with another guy.
Would your babe be okay with another babe?
Yeah.
No, the question is on me, not about her. Listen, let's focus
See what I mean?
on the point here.
Men.
No, listen, no, honestly, look, whether she, yeah, listen, yeah, of course, we have to have this discussion. Let's just say everything constant, okay? The question is to me, not to my partner,
Okay.
all right? Let's just focus on that part,
Right.
In my ideal, quote unquote, right? If this was to be, like, if I was to be asked by my partner, can you or not, I'm ready to have another partner in this, I would have a female, not an male.
Of course.
I'll tell you why. One, I agree with that territory thing. However, two, reason why I'd have a female and not a male is because, think about it this way. There's a reason why traditionally men could marry more than one woman, right? Traditionally. And there's a reason why men can still give birth at 90 and women stop giving birth at like
They can sire.
They
You know,
can-
it's like,
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. He's just using proper English. Anyway, my point is this: there are always going to be more women than men on this earth, right? So why not help this beautiful species of ours by saying yes to multiple women?
First of all, there is a committee in DRC that the women gets
Multiple men.
Multiple men.
Yes, I do know that.
But men are a lot of whack. And then you give me two.
No, but I think to some extent, I'd actually appreciate if that happened, in the open. Like, you see, I know that you, me, that other guy, we all married to Kaneda.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I know
It was
that.
an open thing.
Yeah,
not even
yeah,
a thing.
Yeah, like, I
So
know
okay,
that.
so are we saying that are you open to an open relationship?
No. It's not for me. Maybe
No,
it's
okay,
for someone.
so let me get. So you're saying that when if people choose to have these throuples,
Yeah.
they should be very vocal about it in the beginning.
Yes.
Yes, it should be.
Yes.
It should be out in the open. Like, you know what? But here's the thing. I always feel like if you introduce a third party into the relationship, the fact that maybe you guys are not having sex, right? And maybe this third party is supposed to come in to maybe spice up your sex life.
I've seen that.
But okay, so let's move away from throuple. I'm glad you did that. Actually, that's a great question. Let's move away from throuple. Now let's.
Can you not use that word?
But it's a correct.
I feel like
you just
I feel
said
like
sire.
scratching,
You
It's
just said
I'm
sire.
itching, I feel like scratching, like, I got, the throat. I have the throat.
So now let's move to threesomes.
Yeah.
Are you willing to have a threesome? Or let's just see whether you have or not is neither here nor there.
No, we're gonna get back
No.
to that.
Yeah, but don't go.
But I'll answer you. No.
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 Why? Same reasoning?
First of all,
You don't share.
this is Nairobi.
Wow.
This is Nairobi. This is Nairobi.
Nairobi.
The STD STDs that be flowing around Nairobi, and them said doesn't matter if you wrap it up and doesn't matter if you're not. Now,
hold on. I think the only thing that you can catch when you're still using rubber is Truffle. I don't think you can catch anything else.
No, I will tell you. Now, let me tell you before I come back to it.
Yeah.
Now, when I was in uni, there was a time where we had, it was Healthcare Week that also came into February, which also came into LGBT month, right? Mm-hmm. So they brought these pamphlets. So first it was like, LGBT coming out, blah, blah, all the seminars. Then there was another pamphlet about, testing and checking out all these STDs.
Yeah.
And this pamphlet, like how in primary we learn about, syphilis, gonorrhea, HIV, blah, blah, blah.
Super gonorrhea. You heard of that?
Okay.
Comes from Europe, huh?
Okay, moving on. This pamphlet was about like 18 pages, including the pictures of what these STDs look like. There were so many, and not only that, they also say how you can contract them. There's others even from kissing. So even you guys who like to kiss the people in the club that you don't know, there's corona and others that you can get from just making out. It's just, there's other people who said they like doing other things during this threesome. There's so many diseases that you can just get from kissing. And when I looked at those photos, and it's not just, don't say it's just the white people because it goes everywhere.
Super gonorrhea.
It's nasty.
No, it's nasty.
So as much as I said yes, as much as you're wrapping up, there's a lot of other things that are going on. Yeah. And not only that, wrapping up, it can also break. There's so many things that can happen in that Truffle one. Two, I am, as I said, I like attention on myself in that
area.
In that act. Mm-hmm. So what's this shorty doing in our
What if it's another dude?
Sit over there.
Yeah.
Don't be, no, me, absolutely, no, I can't. That's just too much, no wait, another dude, that's just too much work, okay? It feels like it's gonna be a lot of work.
Work.
It's gonna be, I'm not trying to say, it's gonna be a lot, because I don't want to expose myself, but that's what I want to say.
Yeah.
There's certain things that we've watched on certain content that show these, three subs, right?
Yeah.
And the chick goes through a lot of work when it comes to two guys. And I ain't trying to do that work. She looking like she's dying at the end of that
some who can handle that work.
And there's some who they like it, there's some who want it, some who they'll put in that work. But for me, let me just stick to one. But I
have to ask you, since you talked about protection, right? How many threesomes? I'm not going to ask you if you know or you've been involved in. Do you know where people use protection? And if they do use protection, it's the guy.
Yeah,
probably it's not going to change it.
Yeah.
Because you can't, because how would it work? Like, how would you change
That's
your
what I'm
rapper?
saying.
Like,
Most of the time.
There's guys who've told. There's guys who've told.
It's a lie you swallowed.
This was just trying to beat Timo. I don't know what she was trying to do. She was trying to beat Timo.
That's how
this is not my day. But
we need to address it.
Anyway, there's guys who've told me that they've had that experience, even foursomes, even orgies, and they change nothing. And to me, I looked at him and I was just like,
that's disease loading.
So basically, you save yourself but not the partners.
Not anybody else. And not only that, because I even told, was there a point where even the protection was getting tired?
Yeah. Because also, here's the thing, huh?
I'm just saying.
No. Do you know why?
I'm like dying today, like what's wrong?
You know the problem with like bringing someone into the room, right? Someone else. Let's say, because my argument was more of if your sex life is dead and gone, you're trying to spice it up, and you think getting another woman into the room will spark some magic. The problem is you are used to this one person you're with, so this is something fresh, right? And exciting. And we are always infatuated with the shiny stuff, right? Because this is a new right?
Yeah.
So what basically is going to happen is that you're going to give her more attention than, your wife. And this is what happens. Without protection, people fall in love immediately.
With or without protection?
No, without protection.
Like, as in, Okay. You are doing well until that point.
No, I've had a chick who like, you know what? And it wasn't me, it was someone in our team. Yeah, and you know you slept with me wrong. You get it? You slept with me wrong. That being the key thing there, not even the rubber, right? I don't know what happens to raw, where people feel like, you know, now we're connected. Namaste. I feel your soul, you feel my soul, we are one.
I don't know. Listen, okay.
Namaste in you.
No, listen though. I think that it does help create. It also depends, but you have to have both be in the right mindset. You can't. It's not just for one person.
What does it help with?
It helps with creating a sense of. Actually, weird enough, sometimes threesomes have actually brought partners together. Right? Only because, let me tell you why. Right? So, for example, just for conversation's sake, you know, you two are dating, right? And you guys are like, yeah, it's not been working well. Then I come in, but what I do, that's me. Not the other way around. I want to have bigger girl. But what I do is in those moments, because of course we're both showing her attention, because usually that's how I keep it right. But
I'm in the Eiffel Tower. Google that.
So I don't know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, wait.
I really don't know where I'm going with this. But my point is this: there's a bond that is created at that one moment, right, between the two of you, because I have probably brought in a side that has probably shown a side of each of you that you both didn't see and you didn't have. That creates that bond.
I don't think it's a bond.
It's not a bond.
I don't think it's a bond.
It's not a bond at all.
I think it's a thing for, we've done so much in this relationship.
We need something else to.
No, we can't go. From this, first of all, we already, as we're together, right? We brought you into that
Never
situation.
happening, by the way.
Into that situation. Once it's done, once it's done, we're looking at each other very differently.
Exactly. And I have to ask you this big question. What if, now, I'm not going to talk about this. 2 chicks, right? Now,
right.
You, my partner, and then we brought a third chick, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, a second chick. Now, what happens if one day I sleep with this chick and you're not there? Does that mean I'm cheating on you?
Yes.
Does that
No.
Because I've asked. Because you're not a couple anymore. This is a threesome.
Oh, it's just a threesome. Yeah, then you are cheating.
Then you are cheating. Which is now, that's the thing that I don't understand about these arrangements that people do. And I'm like, what is so spicy about bringing somebody
Maybe
else?
we ask T.I. and Tiny because they're in trouble because of the same stuff, right?
Oh,
you don't know about this.
No,
I'm sure you
what
don't. So apparently, the allegations, allegedly, T.I. and Tiny are into fetishy. And he addresses, he said whatever he does in his bedroom.
Yeah, it's
that's
not
it.
for them.
And that's true.
Yeah,
That's true. Whatever you do in your, behind your door, that's up to you. We don't care, right? But now this lady is saying, oh, some of the time it wasn't consensual, and some of them are saying allegedly there were drugs involved, and they took advantage of them, And of course, it's refuting the allegation.
Yeah. So you see now, I think if people don't know, Tiny and T.I. are, as you said, a very freaky couple. So both of them do adding other females into their marital bed. But only if Tiny's there. Because remember, he also had allegations that she was leaving him because he cheated. Yeah, which it still doesn't. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's weird. If your wife is only bringing all of this,
it's kind of like.
So why would you have to?
It's because she was out of town one time, and maybe
And you see, that's the thing that I don't understand, because it's like your wife's already doing all of this for you, and she's a freak as well, like you, and then you're gonna go ahead and cheat. Which I understand why 10 years is like, I cannot live this way. Anyway, so if it's a couple like that who like to get other people into the thing, it makes sense if that's who they are. Yeah. But then another thing, as you said, they were trying to pull women in with, drugs, this, whatever, and now
allegedly.
And it came out as, they are a weird couple that takes advantage of women.
Yeah, but those were very serious.
And there were multiple women that they took home.
On that great bombshell.
No, but what? You can bring in a third party?
No, yeah,
But
so you said so you can't.
no.
So you're not gonna do third parties.
No, but I don't judge.
I know I can't. And like you know, she said, it's better off, you know, just concentrating on one person.
Tell us.
This one has no qualms,
This
you
one
know,
has
at
no
all.
morals.
What do you mean I have no morals? Me having a third party is not morally right.
But you know what?
No.
Like-
I'm saying the way you're thinking about it, I don't need to ask you. This is the thing. I don't discriminate.
You already know.
Judge. Yeah, I already know. I don't judge people who that's what they feel like. I have friends who that's
That's your cup of tea, that's
in
yours.
a couple, that's what they like to do. My thing to people of Nairobi, one, protect yourself. Protect yourself.
Kaneda's PC.
Just
PSA.
But
if you choose to be
Let me-
freelander free,
I'm gonna tell you the truth, what I feel deep down in my heart, and this is my truth. It doesn't have to be your truth. If you concentrate on that one person that you're with, chances are you will never cheat on the person, because the problem is, Chris Rock said it well, but a man is only as faithful as his options.
I agree.
Once you have an option, you will never look at that person the same, the person that you're with. You never look at them the same, because you always have the option. But
Yeah.
if you don't have an option, like you come from the streets, you have an option, this is your only opportunity to do something, you're going to do it very well, right? Because that's the only opportunity you have. That's the same thing I believe in a relationship. If I like you or love you, I want to be with only you and I concentrate on you. But if I have another option, then I'm not gonna, you know.
No, I agree. I agree with that 100%.
You just want another man in your room. And that's yours, man. I'm not gonna knock you, man.
Man?
Bro, that's you, man.
Man?
Did you specify?
Yes!
has left WhatsApp group chat.
Please let us know in the comments what you guys think. If you are into, like we said, safe space, we're not judging, please let us know.
And your experiences as
And
well.
exactly, and expresses. We're gonna
Oh,
read
yeah.
out. We're gonna actually read out some of them.
How it worked out for you.
Yeah, we're gonna read out some of them on the next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on a great sports. Oh, guys, on a great. I'm Chicago. We will
At least
see
I
you.
was making sense.
This is what happens when you go to nice schools.
We will see you on the next episode.
Yeah, this is what
Guys,
happens.
say bye.
Bye.
Adios.